Hi everyone. Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the Real Girl. So this evening, as you can see, we are going to talk about mama's boys and why your children, your male child, is not your husband. Okay, we are going to talk about it because I see in so many cases when it comes to a lot of women, especially African women, most of them take their child as a husband, and it is not supposed to be like that, that your male child will become your husband, or your male child should replace your husband. Many people have been doing all this for a long time, but they never understand the reason why they are doing this behavior of trying to replace their male child to be their husband. And when you see most of the women that are participating in this attitude, that are engaging in this attitude all the time, most of the women, to my own way that I've analyzed it, there are women that are not fulfilled, women that are single mothers, women that are angry, taking care of their children alone. A lot of women, hello, my sister, I did fine. Good evening. How is it staying at home? Hope you are okay. So I noticed that the women that are engaging in this situation, most of them are the angry single mothers, the women that are not fulfilled, most women that don't have that didn't choose a responsible man to have their children with, most women that are not prepared to have children, and it happens with a man that is not taking care or not taking responsibility of the children, and they are left alone to carry the burden of the children, and they are not happy about it. Most of them are bitter, most of them are not fulfilled in life. Hi, First Lady, good evening. So most of these women are not happy. So the next thing they have to do is to vow for themselves that this my son is going to be everything. Is going to replace my husband. Is my husband. So before any woman could be with this my son, she has to earn everything, that she has to do a lot to be able to get to my son. And that behavior still come back to how we pamper our male children. We over pamper our male children, and we leave our daughters in we leave our daughter open so that they can be able to have a lot of problem when at the end of the day, when they go out, when it comes to dating and everything. We overprotect our boys a lot. IDB, we are protecting the women the way we protect the men. I think there should have been a balance. Can you imagine a woman, you get married to a woman, to a man, and the mother is still policing the man? They are wrong for saying that. Yes, you still see the mother is still policing the man that you are married to. So you see the cycle is still going around. That thing that the father did to the woman, maybe the father abandoned the woman, she was left to take care of the children alone with struggle, everything. You see that aggression, she will transfer it to that daughter. You have to earn my respect, you have to earn this, you have to earn that before you can be with my son. You see how valuable most African women value these men. They don't even value their daughter the way they value the men. That is why you see many of them, they don't have self-love for themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't know when to take themselves out of an abusive relationship and a abusive situation, because they believe that the men are entitled to treat them the way they are treating them. But that is the same reason when you see them, their daughter is in abusive relationship, they try to encourage their daughter to continue. But the moment they hear that maybe the husband, the wife and the wife of their son is having problem with their son or is maltreating their son, you will see how they will jump very fast to replace that woman. That is why you see that imbalance with them. That most of these women, they police their son even to marriage. That is why you see most of them at the end, they become first baby daddy, second baby daddy, fourth baby daddy, fifth baby daddy, because of the circle. That circle still go around. That generational curse that the father did, abandoning this woman, she will take that aggression into the sons, because they want the sons to treat their women the way the father was treated her. That is why you see when most of them see their daughter-in-law dressed properly these days, they do that because of our societal norms. Yeah. That is why you see most of them, when their daughter-in-law dressed properly, she look nice, they begin to question where she's getting money from. That is why you see most of these men, they cannot be a breadwinner at home. They cannot take care of their wife properly, because most of the mothers have already engineered their son not to be a breadwinner, because the mother trained them. The mother struggled to send them to university. She struggled to take care of them. She struggled to do everything. A son that sees his mother doing all these things for him, he will automatically want a woman to do the same for him. The moment the woman is not working more than him, it is a problem. He will think that, oh, I want a woman like my mother. That is where that pattern, that pathology come out. They want a woman like their mother. They never knew that their mother was working like a mule, because their mother never have a man. And it be their mother have a man, the husband is supposed to be working and taking care of their mom financially in every way. Why their father will have authority to train the boys. Be that the father is nowhere to be found, their mother begin to play the role of a father and a mother. And most women, they don't play that role in a proper way. They play that role with a lot of aggressive behavior, with a lot of brainwashing of their son. Most of them, when they become single, instead of them to get married and face their business, they become too into their son. They cannot live without their son. Our upbringing has a huge impact in our lives, especially when the parents are illiterate. Yeah, that is true. You see, most mother-in-law, they will say, this my son, I will not leave it for anybody. It is a big problem. The moment you start to think that way, the moment you start to think that way, most of the children that their mother think that way, I will not leave my son for this woman, she has to earn my respect, she has to earn this or that. Most of those boys, they normally fail. Most of the mommy boys, they normally failed. If you know, if you the moment you enter into a relationship with a boy, a man, that the mother is policing around, the mother is pushing around, just know that you are going to be a single mother in future. Because if the mother stand for the relationship to go ahead, what about the day you offend the mother, the moment you people are not going in good terms, she is going to take back that pledge that she pledged for you, or she stand for you to be with a son, because you don't have authority in that relationship. You don't have power in that relationship. The only person that have power in that relationship is this woman, and she will never allow the relationship to go your way. It is going to go our own way. That is what most people should understand when you are going into a relationship with all these women, all these men that their mother is still policing around, is still telling what to do, what not to do. Because their mother internally, she especially the ones that are not married, that that never get married after they left their son's father, those ones are very, very dangerous. They will never allow their son to have a healthy relationship, because they never have one. They never had one. So it's going to be a problem. They want to police their son. They want to tell their son whatever they want to do. They are not doing it for the favor of that child, because most of them are very narcissistic. Because the moment most of these women begin to play the role of a man, play the role of everybody at home, they are very bossy. They want to command and do a lot of things that are not supposed to be done by a woman. So she's going to take authority of the boy child. That is why it is difficult when you are in a relationship with them. The women have to understand that their sons are not their husband. There should be a differentiation, that these women should know that their son, they are not their husband and will never be their husband. And when you see the statistic of women that are engaging in this relationship, in this behavior, it is very, very high among us black people. It is very, very high, because they want to have authority. They have spent all their years being authoritative with their son. They want to continue doing it. Even when the man is married, they can never stop him. And they will give you a condition as a woman. You know, as I take suffer, take born my pikin. You know, as I take suffer to train my child. That is your business. If you went and choose a man that cannot stay to care for his children with you, or when he is out of your life, he cannot take responsibility of his children. I don't see why your daughter-in-law should be the person to pay for the plate that is broken. I don't know why. Because I normally hear this, oh, if my daughter and my son, I cannot leave my son for anybody. Say who? Your son is your son. Your son is not your husband. That is what you should know. Many of you have used this behavior to frustrate money of your children. You make them weak. You make them become serial baby daddies for many children they couldn't care for. They repeat the same cycle that their father did to them, because of many of you ladies that exchange a husband for your children, that exchange your children for a husband. I think it is enough. You as a woman, you should be very, very fulfilled with your life. But by having children does not make you not to get married again if you want to, does not make you not to do whatever you want to do in life. There are some certain stage it will stop you from not doing what you're supposed to do. But apart from that stage, you can do a lot of things. You taking care of your children shouldn't be a business of your daughter-in-law, or of your daughter girlfriend, or whoever that is coming to the life of your daughter, of your son. The responsibility of your boy child is only your own responsibility. And if you are a good mother, you should be able to train your child to be a provider, to provide and be the breadwinner of his own. And you should not make your son to repeat the same mistake that the father did with you. Many of you will come into that manipulative behavior, trying to manipulate your son against the daughter-in-law or the girlfriend, so that the relationship will be broken, so that your son can come back to you and feel that loneliness that you feel. That is why we should be very, very careful when we start to interfere in our son's relationship. We start to police our son. We start to tell our son what happens in the matrimonial home, or what does not happen. When your son get married, I think you as a woman, you should be able to prepare your son for marriage. You should be able, be that you couldn't hold the father accountable to take care of his child, of his son. You should be preparing your son to be a man. Or be that you refuse to get married again, you refuse to do whatever you want to do. You should be preparing your son to be a responsible man, instead of you becoming the policing, somebody that will be policing the boy. Do this, do that, go slap your wife, go do this. You should be able to set a model of a man your son should be in life. But not by, oh, okay, he's married to her, and until you demonstrate to me that you are a good woman. Who is that fool? Who? Why do I don't understand? I don't really understand. Are we going to be training our daughters now to okay, you are going to be the fool for this man so that he can get married to you. You are going to be beneath this man so that he can get married to you. You are going to demonstrate to me, the mother, before I can release my son to you. Does that really make sense? Is that the type of children, girls, we should be training our girls to be? That after they live their life, they have to demonstrate to their mother-in-law how good they are, how obedient they are. Because when people are expecting so much from you, you are going to be their slave. You are going to be somehow obedient to them. Everything, every sort of abuse can easily go inside all those type of behavior. Expecting your daughter-in-law to prove something to you. Are you the one getting married to her? I think your son should be mentally, if your son is not a baby mama or a baby a mother, or if your son is not a baby husband, I think your son should know a woman that is right for him, not you. There should be a mutual respect between both of you. But not this one that many of you are crossing the boundary, doing all sort of rubbish in the name of somebody want to have somebody's getting married to your son, somebody want to hand your son. I don't really understand the value most of you place on your son. Why don't you place that same value on your daughters, and see how beautiful daughters many of you are going to bring up? Because many of you are so frustrated, you were left alone to train your children alone. Now you have to shift your frustration into the life of your children, your maid children. You have to control them, because I spend so much to take care of them, and they disturb too much, they do this too much. I cannot leave them for any woman. But you married to somebody. Do you want those people's parents to be policing you around? Do you want those people parents to tell you, do this, pamper the young, wash clothes, do this before you can hand my son? I don't understand the mentality of most of these ladies. Many of you have done this policing. Most of these women I know that have done this policing, many of their children end up in a very wrong path. They were even worse than their father that abandoned them, that left them to their luck. And you continue to repeat the same pathology. You continue to repeat the same cycle with your son. You can't train a child to understand life, to go to the world and do things on his own. You want to train a man. You want to guide his path, because you are the mother. Then he should stay with you. I think your sons, if you have this mentality of, oh, I spend money to train my children, I do this, I do that, so any woman that is coming, I think you should put your children or your sons in eBay and start selling them. They should be bought, because if you want anything natural, it's going to be a problem. Most mother-in-law, they are jealous when they see their children are happy with their wife. Their face will turn automatically. When they see their daughter-in-law dress properly, cook at home, it become, my son money don't finish, oh, because she never had a meal like that at home, because she never dressed up like that. No man bought a clothes for her to dress properly. No man show her love That is why most of them, that is the secret why most of them are so fucked up the way they are. If you see ladies that are not, that their children are very responsible in marriage today, many of them, they are minding their business with their own husband at home. Because really, if you are a woman, you are minding your business with your own husband at home, you won't know what your daughter-in-law cook at home. You won't even have time for that, because you are spending your best life with your own husband. You will have a husband that you love, that is happy with you, that you are living life together. You won't be worried about your daughter-in-law. Be that you are not fulfilling life, you are not happy with your life, you make mistakes, you left yourself with a bunch of children to train and shout alone like a man. Now your frustration is going to be transferred to your daughter-in-law. Whatsoever she does or she doesn't do, is going to be a problem. You are going to be policing her everywhere. If she wear new clothes, when did you buy this cloth? If you go to their house, you will be, now just take all this chicken cook, so this chicken too plenty now. Some will say, when I was in your father's house, we don't cook like this. That was your business. You choose a wretched man. Many of you choose struggle love. That is the difference with the women of this generation. Many of them don't want struggle love the way many of you buy into struggle love. Love where chicken was a big deal to you people. Dressing up, makeuping, looking nice as a woman, as a feminine woman was a problem to you women. And now you are old, that your son that you think that is going to live with you for the rest of your life, he has taken the love away now, or the time he had with you, he is now living with his wife, and you are not happy about it. You have to let the hair go loose now. You have to destroy everywhere so that your son can come back and stay with you at home. If you are a woman that is feeling this way, you are not fulfilled. You are not fulfilled in life. You are not happy in life. If you are really happy, you shouldn't have any business tying your son around your neck. No. Or waiting for a woman to demonstrate. I think if you have a son that is intelligent, your son could have done that. Your son could understand the type of woman he is going to be with, or he is going to get married to. Not your business. But because you don't mind your business, you are not fulfilled, you buy yourself into struggle love, and you become a single mother that is shouting all day, doing nothing for yourself. Now you have to continue the cycle with your son. You have to program that your son to fail the way the father failed, the way you went ahead and choose a man that is not a quality man. Because most of your problem, many of us, we started by our own self, by not choosing the right man. Then when we see our son become a provider, brother-in-law, they use am. If you start to spend the money, even the children, when you will see the children dress properly, see clothes when you just wear, because you never had that money. You never have a man that can provide for your children. If you are a woman that is intelligent, you should be happy that you have a son that is going to cancel those mistakes that their father made by not taking care of them. No, many of you will not do that. You will make sure you cut that relationship, you break it into pieces so that you can take control back again. Because for many of you to train boys' children, you have to be bossy. If you are not married, you have to be a boss. If you are married, you cannot tell me the tune that a man will shout at your son is the same tune you as a woman is going to shout. If you want your authority or your shouting to be heard, you have to talk as a man, talk with authority. And after all this, you still take that authoritative behavior to your daughter-in-law's home, and when she begin to complain, you want to say, you didn't know I train my son. Whose business is that? That your daughter-in-law is going to have her own child and train it. You people should stop this victim behavior, trying to be victim when you caused your own problem by yourself, when you know that your responsibility of your children is so your responsibility, not the responsibility of your daughter-in-law. I don't care if you tell one rapper to train your children. Train your children properly to be a man. Don't train your children just will stay at the front as a man, but I will be at the back. I will be the one that is ordering you everything. No, that is not a man. That is not a man. That behavior should stop. African women engage in this behavior so much because many of them, they never choose a quality man. They choose men that are baby husbands, men that doesn't know what being a man is, creating a legacy, creating wealth, taking care of their children so that their children can take their legacy to the next level. They begin to breed failure all the time. Failure the first generation, failure the second generation. All the time we do it. If you are a single mom and you are thinking, oh, if my son grow now, he will come and do this for me, start working. Start working. Start doing things for yourself. If there's anything you love to do, start doing it as you are training your children. Start doing it. Anything you love to do, because I have noticed one way or the other, we are in computer time now. Children doesn't stop you from doing some certain things. Start doing what you love to do. Don't come and tell me because I marry your son. Don't come and tell me do you know I train my son? Do you know you start bringing your aggression and your dramatic life into mine? No. Start doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you have a calling something, don't allow your children to stop you. Start doing what you love to do. Don't spend all your time, waste all your life, waste everything you are supposed to do. At the end of the day, you will start getting annoyed with your daughter-in-law as if she is the problem you have. I will not leave my son. Many of them are doing this. Many in Africa are doing this because of money. Maybe they were getting money from their son, everything. One thing you should know, if your son wasn't married, your son is a single man before, the responsibility is different when he's married, when your son is married. That doesn't mean that he will not send money to the family, to the mother. But the responsibility and the focus is not different. If your son used to gist with you 1 hour, 2, 3 hours on the phone, it is not going to, it will not happen, or it will change. A lot of things will change. Immediately he have a woman, he have children, that feminine energy, somebody is in the life of your son, it's going to change. You can't have that 3 hours talking on the phone again. Maybe your son will be having conversation with you on phone maybe 30 minutes because he want to focus on his own family. Most of you will take that as offense. Oh, he doesn't send money to me again because he have a wife. If your son is a real providing husband, a responsible breadwinner at home, if you are getting 50,000 before, I think that 50,000 might reduce. You don't need to be told. You should understand that. Because your son have a wife and children to care for. Instead of you understanding that, you will start looking for where to push the woman outside. Can you give your son what that woman is giving to him? Can you give your son the energy your son's children is giving, or the happiness your son's children bring to his life? No. You people should stop destroying your children with your own hand because of selfishness, because of wickedness, because of unfulfillment in life. Start doing what you love to do. Stop telling your daughter-in-law, you train your children, you use well to carry water. That is your business. There were also women in Benin there, or in Nigeria there, or in Europe there, yeah, that married men that have washing machine at home. There were women that marry men that have money. Why didn't you pick one from there? Now you believe that because somebody is coming to marry your son now, that person has to take every bullshit you throw at her because you were unfulfilled. The time you were supposed to marry, you left your time running after your son, breeding your son, so that when he get married, you can be able to throw dust at the wife in the name of you were training him. Nobody go fit collect my son. Nobody go fit do this one. So what? No be person born that girl wey you dey come dey give complaints. So no be person marry Egbinedion. No be person marry Atiku. Why didn't you choose one from there, those men, and don't go through struggle? You choose to be in a struggle love, and your daughter-in-law don't want struggle love. She choose a man that can care for her. Is that a problem? We need to wake up. We need to wake up. A upbringing of a child is not supposed to be a sole responsibility of a woman alone. It's supposed to be a responsibility of a man and a woman, because many of you don't take accountability. You don't take responsibility for your own failed life. You shift the blame on people all the time. You shift blames at people. Oh, now this one more, now this one more. You will see some sister-in-law, they will start molesting you in your husband's house, disturbing you, making your life a hell because of one interest or the other. Many of them, you will see those sister-in-laws, many of them don't have permanent boyfriend, stable relationship. They don't have a stable life. They don't have anything they are doing with their life. Many of their mother, they don't have anything that they are doing with their life. It's all day expecting, waiting. Either they are craving for love, or they are craving for money from their brothers, or they are craving for love from their sons. Your son love cannot be equal to the love of a man. That is why your son will always leave you and go ahead and get married to his own wife. There is no way you could replace that. Even by causing confusion, it is going to be a temporary thing. That is why you as a woman, you have to be fulfilled. If you are a woman that is really fulfilled, your wife matrimonial will be a no-go area for you to interfere if you are not invited. But because you train a mommy's boy, a man that you are still policing when he's an adult, 30, 40, then you will never leave him, because you know that you didn't put anything inside his head. His head is empty. You make yourself a single mother. You know that your son will go and make many women single mother, and you continue to clap for him. Having children they cannot breathe because of your confusion everywhere. Women, try to be fulfilled. Try to be fulfilled. If you are single, go get married. If you find a better man, get married. Don't tell me, my children they are my husband. Where I will still find husband. Don't do that though. Later, you will start disturbing people that are living in peace, because most women in this generation, they don't want to take that traumatic behavior that many of you mother-in-law were behaving to women. Many of you were disturbing all these women in their home. They never have peace. Both the ones that you take their name around everywhere to scatter the marriage. At the end, your son will become a serial baby daddy everywhere and become confused. That is why if you find a man you are single, go and marry and put a role model in the life of your children, a man that your son can look up to. Don't come and make yourself daddy mommy at home when you still have opportunity to get married. Most of these men that left you, they go ahead and get married. Why can't you do the same thing? You become an eternal single mother that nobody can live in peace where she is. If you are not disturbing this, you are disturbing this. If you are not disturbing this, you are disturbing this. What about if you have daughters? Will you want somebody to become a pestering your daughters, disturbing your daughters? Most of this our new generation, they want to live their best life. They don't have time for those useless marriage, that many of those dirty things that you people call marriage. They want to live, they are very informed and they are very prepared. They are not going to take those slap in the face that all of you normally do to these women. You abuse them, you insult them, you beat them up, you tear their clothes, you come to their house and violate their privacy, throwing their things out of the house because they never obey you. At the end of the evaluation, it is your own son that you are destroying. You are destroying your own son, because if your son have a woman and you choose to destroy that marriage or that relationship, tomorrow your son will hate you. Your son might have the mind to go back to that woman, but he will hate you. That is why when you are training your daughter, you carry your sons along if you want the best for yourself. There is nothing like you will many of these women, when they have daughters and sons, they will oppress their daughter. This oppression normally start from home. Because you are a woman, because you are a woman, because you are a woman, you are supposed to do this for your brother, you are supposed to do this for your mother. Then you too, you are becoming slave as the mother. When your son get to marriage, I want a woman like my mother. Nobody's going to be like your mother, boy. Wake up. Nobody is going to be like your mother. Your mother choose to be whoever she want to be. This is your woman. She have her own ideology. She have her own standard. She have her own way of life. You cannot just come out from nowhere. I want a woman like your mother. I regret to be some type of mother-in-law that some guys will be using you to like I want, who is going to be like, oh my God. Anyway, so you people that choose to be eternal single mother, and many of you that have husband that look as if you don't have husband, there's no authority at home. Many of you don't allow these men to train their boys. You don't allow these men to be a modelo to their children. You police the husband at home. You police your children. But when it comes to marriage, stay clear from the marriage. If you were miserable, it is not the fault of your daughter-in-law. You choose to be miserable. You choose to live your life in a bitter way. You choose to train your children alone because you want to. If you are enjoying it, good. But if you are bitter with it and you decide to carry that your evil around to your daughter's your son's marriage, the repercussion will come, because there will be a different cycle of abandoned grandchildren, abandoned a man that abandoned their children around. I think you people should wake up and stop this pathology of being an intruder in the life of your daughters-in-law. Because your own daughter tomorrow will get married. Will you allow people to disturb your daughter? Definitely no. Some of them will say, it's your mother-in-law. Even if they beat you, blind your eye, because them themselves, they have already been miserable. Because most of these people that are miserable, they need companion. They need people to be in their group together. They don't do it alone. That is why you should be wise as a woman. If you find out that your husband is the mother that is policing everything, please stay away when you don't have children with those type of people. Just stay away from them. Let their mother stay with their miserable son and take care of what they have created. Just stay away. If not, if you bring a child into that relationship, it's going to be a disaster for you. It's going to be a problem. They can never be a good grandmother because they are not happy. They can never be a good mother-in-law because they are not happy. When they are not happy, they don't want other people to be happy. The only son I have, the son I have, you want to come and take it, I will not leave it for you. They will be going from one native daughter place, from one pastor's house to another. Many women go to that extent. If that method fail, they will attack direct. They will look for one problem. Why do we always hear he push my mama fall, he go push my mama fall? That will be the weapon that the son will hold. He push my mama fall have destroyed so many marriages in Africa. What was your mother doing in their house before they push her fall? For example, the total decay marriage end with he pushed my mother fall. That was the weapon that they hold against him, against her. When you see a mama's boy, you know them. My mama say, my mama say, my mama say. Why did you need a woman? Stay with your mom, boy. Just stay with your mom. You don't need a woman at all. You don't need us. You can stay with your mom. Because those mom, they are not normal mom. They are not normal mother-in-law. A mother-in-law that is really, really fulfilling life, she will not have time to interfere in his son's marriage when she's not invited. She will not. She will be busy living her best life. That is why you see most African women, many women, they don't live their best life. At the end of the day, they want to click to their son. It's impossible. It's impossible. You want to click with your son, but you don't want the daughter-in-law to have a say in her own house. She should come and demonstrate this and that to you. Who are you? The mother of the husband. So many of you don't even respect the boundary of the woman. If this so-called mother-in-law that engage in this type of behavior, if they can go around violating their son's matrimonial home, that is how you see how disrespectful they are to their own self. They don't respect themselves. As a woman, they don't have self-respect for their own self. Because if they have their own self-respect, they won't go to this extent of causing drama everywhere, manipulation, to the extent of he pushed my mother, he fall, he do this. Many of them purposely go there to make problem. They purposely go there to just to make problem. Many of the sisters too. Many of them, you see most of their sisters, many of them are not married. Nobody is even calling them none. Many of them, they don't even have a stable home. They don't even have children. Many of them, maybe they have got married so many times. Most of these men reject them. So all that their pain and everything, they now see their brother have a successful marriage. Where will you have a successful marriage? This woman is doing something that we are not doing. Let us destroy her. That is where all the jealousy, everything will come from. And you see, that is the same woman that still train all these sisters and brother-in-laws that are intruding everywhere. When they are not happy, they will never allow anybody to be happy around them. All these mothers are very toxic, because when you see their behavior, the way they are conditioning their son, like nobody I said don't suffer follow my son reach, nobody you suffer when I suffer follow her, when papa leave her. because you choose to carry a deadbeat as a husband. If you were a sharp woman, you wouldn't have suffered so much as a woman. You could have used your feminine energy, a woman, everything. You could have been desired by a man if you are a good woman. You could have been desired by a man. You get married, but because Peter leave you, you will lock your brain. You will lock your door for every man. You don't want them more. You don't want them more. But you will not allow your own son to develop as a human being. You don't want a man, but your son, you will not allow them to breathe. Please, African mothers, African women, stop it. Stop it. Stop carrying the burden of children alone. Stop having children for men that are not ready to be a father, and thinking that you can carry the burden alone. This is some of the pathology that come out from being a single mother, being a woman that is not fulfilled in life, a woman that is not happy, a woman that never did what she intended to do in life, and children came in. She is always angry with the world and other women. That is why she will never welcome a daughter-in-law, because she feels threatened. She's insecure. She thinks that that woman is coming to take her place in the life of my son. Nobody can take a place for the life of my son. Nobody can take that place. So you carry that place and go. They allow your daughter-in-law to live in peace. And women, know the red flag. Know the red flag when you are going into the relationship with all this type of men. Just know the red flag. Know it. Because if not, it's going to be a problem. This mother-in-law are going to make you to be a single mother. You will be packing your children along, and you will feel very, if you don't take time, you will now become like your mother-in-law, waiting for your children to grow and be protective. Anybody that want to come, they have to bribe you first. They have to do this. They have to do that. They have to abide by your law. No. It doesn't work like that. The world don't work like that. All these generational women, they are not going to put up with that bullshit. People should know that. All those, our mama time, now marriage be that. Is that supposed to be called a marriage? A marriage where women were putting up with so many nonsense, and you call that marriage? Not be that time all these women take get all this type of behavior when they get so. Not be that time when some married to themselves. Many women are married, but they are married to themselves. They don't even, their husband don't even know if they marry somebody. Then they say they don't even feel if they are with somebody, they are lonely. They are the one that will cook, wash, take care of their children, train their children. If they are misbehaving, correct them, everything. They abuse those type of women. They are very, very difficult. They are not feminine. That is why you as a woman, when a man take you to their mother's house, know very well the type of woman you are going to deal with. Don't say, the man don't want me, but the mama want me. Tomorrow, that's fake support she gave to you, she's going to withdraw it back from you when the music is not playing the way she wants. She's going to take it back from you immediately. Now my son, now me born, now me go sit. So be careful, okay? So I'm going to stop this video here. I love you all. It's the Real Edo Girl. If this is the first time you are seeing my video, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button and join us. Bye bye everyone. Bye.